Welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, well, we really are going to talk about Fight Club, right? This is one of those movies that actually made it through the Hollywood grinder. Where good ideas are turned into meaningless goop. Had to happen sometime, eh? Given the current culture wars about the millennial snowflake generation and so-called toxic masculinity, Fight Club was way ahead of its time, being released way back in 1999. It's a very bitter antidote to the bullshit of modern life, and it stands being watched again, once every year, to remind you just how fucked up your life still is. It's a faithful transfer of a nuclear explosion of a novel to the silver screen, and believe me, the book is far sicker than the movie. If you haven't taken time out to read Chuck Palahniuk's novel, then now is the time to do it. Come to think of it, every movie I have reviewed so far in this channel has been based on a novel. You can't beat a story sweated out of an author's soul over years, and this one just crackles with energy and truth. Just like the book, the style is that of an unreliable narrator. You really can't take anything that the narrator, played by Edward Norton, says for granted. He is full of self-delusion and lies, and by holy mother of fuck, he is having a massive nervous collapse. Norton's character plays a cynical recall risk assessor for a major car manufacturer. When the car manufacturer says, "Hey dear valued customer, your car is about to explode because we fucked up and we need to fix it fast." That's what Norton does. But only if the cost of the recall is less than all the lawsuits from grieving relatives. He consoles himself by buying stylish furniture and ornaments from catalogues to create his perfect home to enjoy when he is not on the road poking deep-fried bodies inside car wrecks. He has no friends and can't sleep at night, which is no surprise given the sicko nature of his job. The doctor tells him to stop feeling so sorry for himself and suggests he go to some terminal illness support groups to see what real suffering is like. Which is where he meets fellow misery vampire Martha, played by the delightfully dangerous sex bomb Helena Bonham Carter. She also enjoys feeling alive again while being among the dying. The two ghouls become friends, sort of. Your mum was right, It's nice to have things in common in romantic relationships. And the support groups cure his insomnia, so all is well. But not really. Norton's character has what he calls single-serving friends that he makes while flying around the country to see car wrecks. You know what I mean, single-serving milk, sugar, cutlery, all that crap you get on the planes. He thinks it's a very clever concept, but the passenger next to him, Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt, ridicules Norton about this and his life in general, but gives him his business card nevertheless. He's a soap salesman. But how on earth does he know so much about our narrator? It's a very special soap, as it turns out, made out of human fat stolen from the trash of a liposuction clinic, where rich, corpulent ladies go to get their hamburgers and fries sucked out of their butts and bellies. So Norton returns to his condo, which explodes before he enters, leaving him homeless. Norton goes to live in a dank, abandoned house with Durden, and it's there that the movie really begins. Every doubt about the modern world that Norton has pours out of Durden's mouth like a fountain of pus. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history. No purpose or place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact, and we're very, very pissed off. We're a generation of men raised by women. I'm wondering if another woman is really the answer we need. The two of them, the narrator and Tyler Durden, embark on a journey, discovering exactly what it is to be a man in the modern world, and what they could be. They do this by founding Fight Club, where bare-knuckle fights turn flabby modern males into real men. And they declare war on the modern world of corporate greed, exploitation, and bullshit. The movie was considered so subversive by the Chinese government that in order to get a certification from the censors, the moral of the story had to be changed with an end screened. You can Google it yourself if you like, after you've watched the movie obviously, so you can see how ridiculous it is. So folks, our time together is coming to an end. And remember, this is your life, and it's ending one moment at a time. You can see Fight Club on Amazon Prime and Hulu. Now buzz off and go and watch the movie.